Hi everyone. In today's challenge, we are going to solve this problem. The problem name is smallest sufficient team and the problem number is 1125. Alright guys, so as usual, first of all, we are going to clearly understand the problem statement. After understanding the problem statement, then we will move to the logic part. And in the logic part, we are going to see how we can solve this problem, what is the logic to solve this problem. And after understanding the logic part, then we will move to the implementation part. And there we are going to implement our logic in Python and C++ programming language. And in this video, we are not going to use a JavaScript and Java programming language for implementation just because the video length is going to be very long, right? And also, guys, if you want to see the solution of Python or C++, then I will share the link in the description. There I am storing all the solution of my problem, which I am going to solve in this particular playlist, right? So you can check out that particular link as well, and you can have a look of solution as well, right? All right, now guys, let's see what this problem says. Let's move this thing and let's understand the problem statement. So guys, problem says in a project you have a list of required skills and a list of people. So guys, we are given two things now. From this particular statement, we can see we are given two things. First is nothing but required skill, and second is nothing but we can say people, and both are nothing but an array, right? The ith person for people of I contain a list of a skill that the person has. So this is nothing but it is a 2D array, right? On each index I will say nothing but this is 0, 1, 2, 3. So each index also you will have one list, right? So this list will nothing but tell us that what is the skill of that particular 0%, right? Consider a sufficient team a set of people such that for every required skill in the required skills there is at least one person in the team who has that skills. We can represent this team by index of each person. So simple guys, this first array required skill will have some values, means like let's say this is they have given Java one skills, Python second skill. So this is nothing but to have a skill array, right? Simple thing. First thing is skill. That required skill will only have a skill, and right, it is a 1D array of string data type. Second is nothing but people array. People array is a 2D array. On each index, you will have a one nested, we can say particular list, right? In this particular nested list, you will have a skill. So let's say Python. So this means nothing but we can say 0% have one skill only, that is nothing but Python. Let's say first person have a two skill, Python and Java, right? I hope it makes sense. So this is nothing but a structure of input. Now in the second line they told us that we have to create a sufficient team. Consider a sufficient. What is a sufficient team? Just simple given a definition of sufficient team they have given us that the sufficient team is nothing but a set of peoples. We have to choose some people from this people array such that all the we can say these all skills which are in a required skill arrays should be present in that particular skill set. So if you're not getting in simple word, let me tell you. Let's say you can see required skill array. This is required skill array. It has one skill A, second is B, third skill C, and fourth skill D, right? And people array in nothing but on zeroth index, people have A and B skill. On first index, first people have let's say skill C only, and the second people have C and D, right? So these three people 0, 1, and 2, and these are required skills. So now we have to find a particular set of peoples, and let's say I find a people 0 index. Let me take a current different color. 0 index color, 1 index, and second index. So if I take a 0 and 1 set of peoples, only 0 and 1 set of people, so I will get combined skill is nothing but A, B, C, right? So I will let A, B, and C. So do I have all the skills in this set? Which is present in required skill? No. You can see A, B, C, D. I need D skill as well, but D is missing here. But at the same time, if I take 0 and 2, then I will get A, B, C, D, right? So this is just sufficient team, right? Because it has all the skills which I needed or which I have in required skills, right? It may be the case that you can have an extra skill as well, C as well again, but still it is a sufficient skill because I just need to take care about these skills. These all skills should be present in the combined set of all the people, right? Simple in simple what this. I hope you understood this. Now the next line is nothing but for example we have already seen. Now the next line, return any sufficient team of smallest possible size represented by the index of each person. You may return the answer in any order. So simple guys, what they have told us, simple. I can get this is satisfied, right? This is nothing but we can say satisfy the condition. I have all the skills which is in required skill array in this particular. If I combine 0 and 2 people, but if I combine 0, 1, and 2 as well, then also I'm getting all the skill, right? A, B, C, C, D. So this still you can see O, B, A, B, C, D, and A, B, C, D. I have all the skills in this combined set of people as well. But what I need to do, I need to find the smallest set of people, right? I need to take smallest number of people so that I can satisfy this condition as well. So you can see the smallest length is nothing but 0 and 2. So here I will say 0 and 2 is the smallest length, right? So now what I have to do? So now what I have to do? I have to do nothing but I have to just return this particular thing, right? 0, 2. You can see output as well. We don't have this example, so we'll just solve this example one. Then we'll try to understand this case as well, right? So let me solve this example one here. So we have nothing but guys this required skills Java, Node.js and React.js. Three skills are there. And people first people have only Java. Second people have Node.js only. Third people have Node.js and React.js. Right, I hope you are getting this particular thing. Third people have Node.js and React.js. Now guys, what we need to do? We need to find a smallest set of people so that I can get all the skills Java, Node.js and React.js. So if I take 0 people, this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, right? So if I take 0 and 1, then I will get only Java and Node.js, but React.js is missing. If I take 0, if I take 1 and 2, then I will have Node.js and React.js, but Java is missing, right? So if I take 0 and 2 combine, then Java is there, Node.js is there, React.js is. That means I will have all the skills. So I'm going to say I will take only 0 and 2 people of set. And also you can see also 0, 2. It is an interesting problem, right? If you are getting this problem, then this problem will seem you very easy, right? The second problem, we can see example, we have required skills algorithm, math, Java, React.js, C Sharp and AWS. So we have nothing but 6 skills, right? And the first people have algorithm, math and Java. The second people have algorithm, math and React.js. The third people have Java, C Sharp and AWS. Fourth has React and Sharp. Fifth has Sharp and math. And sixth has AWS and Java. But I need just a small set of people, right? So if I say, if I remove all these things, if I take the this first element, as you can see output as well. So first element, first people have algorithm, math and React.js, right? So if I just choose a different color, algorithm is completed, math is completed, and we can say React.js is completed. Now the second people have Java, C Sharp and AWS. Java, C Sharp and AWS. That means nothing but by combining of first people and second people skills, we can get all the skills, right? So the output is going to be nothing but 1, 2 because this simple team can get all the skills, right? I hope it makes sense. So we have seen the examples. I hope you understood the examples and problem statement. Now let's move to the logic part and see how we can solve this problem. And if you're finding this video is very fast, then you can speed down this particular we can say rate, leave speed. So you can watch in 0.5x or 0.7x. But believe me, guys, I think that the problem is not that much hard that you need to rewatch this particular video. You can easily implement this particular thing after understanding the logic part as well, right? You don't need to see the implementation as well if you understand the logic, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say nothing but here I'm going to write logic part and see what I'm going to do. The first thing which we are going to do is nothing but we are going to say this skill is nothing but we can Java node just create it is a string, right? We don't want a string, right? We want to integer. So what I will say, I will just map a string into an integer. So I will say Java is nothing but now 0. Node.js is nothing but now 1, right? I hope you're getting this. And React.js is nothing but now 2. So I have just mapped all the skills with the numbers, right? 0, 1 and 2. Now I have people, right? I have people, the one first people, 0 people is nothing but Java skill. First people is Node.js skill. Second people is, I would say, Node.js and React.js skills. Now how will I get to know which people I need to take, which people I should not take, right? So for this nothing but we are going to map it, right? So I will say this 0 people, this 0 skills, 1 skills, 2 skills. So I'm going to just use a bit manipulations, and bit manipulation is work like this. So if I have this thing 0 and 1, so what does this tell? Or if I say 0, 0, 1, so what this skill will tell me? 0, 0, 1 I have taken just because 3 length, right? Because we have 3 skills, so I'm just taking the 3 numbers, right? This will tell us that 1 is nothing but representing we can say Java. We are getting this thing, right? 1 is nothing but we can say Java. Okay, and if I say 0, 1, 0, this is saying a Node.js because the second is nothing but 1, right? Fine. And if I take a 0, not 0, 1, 0, 0, this will tell us that React.js because here the third bit is 1, right? And if I take, now you guys have to tell me, if I take 0, 1, 0, 1, so what this will tell us? Here first bit is also 1, second bit is also 1. So we can say nothing but first bit represent we can say Java, second bit represent a Node. So this will tell us that both the skills Java and Node.js, right? And if I say 1, 1, 0, then this will tell us that React.js because the third bit is React, second bit is Node, but Java is not there because Java bit is 0, React.js and Node.js. But if I say 1, 1, 1, then what you will say me? This 1, 1, 1 is network, it has all the skills React.js, Java, and Node.js, right? All the skills are present in this 1, 1, 1, right? Because this all the bits are 1, right? So we have to just find this material thing only. I hope you are getting this now. What I mean by here, let me just say control that. What I mean by here, guys, 1, 1, 1 is nothing but the set of all the seats, all the skills, right? So we have seen this particular thing, guys. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to say this much bit representation we are going to do, and how this bit representation is going to help you. Just let's see that particular. So guys, first of all, we have a people with Java, right? Let me remove all these things. I'm gonna do first for very first people. So first people we have a Java only. So I'm gonna say people is nothing but initially zero. People set bit, right? We this is don't we can say this is we can say this bit does not mean with this particular bit, right? This is a different one. People have zero bit, right? Initially people have person has zero bit. The first person, right? So I can say person one. This person one has zero bit, right? Now what I'm going to do, it has a Java. So I will just go to my Java skill map array, this map array, and Java is nothing but zero, right? Java is nothing but zero. So I will say nothing but person is now going to be one. Why? Because I have to just say the zero is nothing but we can say zeroth bit. So if I say zero, do the OR operation with one this particular part and two raised to power zero. This is nothing but one only, right? So zero or one is nothing but one, right? And why is it so? This particular thing will tell us that the first person has only one skill. Right. One means nothing but 001. This is also called as one. So person one is only have a Java skill. I hope you are getting this. Okay. Person one is a Java skill. Fine. That means cool. And the person two has a Node.js only. So person two has a Node.js. That means nothing but person two will have a 010. And how this 010 to come? Let's see. Person two is nothing but initially gonna be zero. Then we are gonna say zero or operator. One raised to power. Two raised to power what? Two raised to power is nothing but one because Node.js represent at the first, right? If you don't still forget, then you can see Node.js is nothing but one, right? So 2 raised to power 1 is nothing but 2. So 1, if you will do 2, then you will get nothing but this one, right? And this is nothing but we can say 010. So we got 4% to 010, right? I hope you're getting this. For person 3, let's go to person 3. Person 3 has two things, Node.js and React.js. So for person 3, initially will be going to nothing but 0. Person 3 is going to 0. Then we are going to say for not 0, not 3, we have to write 0. First of all, we are going to do for React.js. So for React.js, 0 or 1 raised to 2 raised to 2, right? For React is values nothing but 2, right? So we are going to say nothing but this is going to look like we can say 0 or 4, right? Which is nothing but 100, right? And it has also one more thing. So now we have 4, right? This is nothing but 0 or 4 is nothing but 4, right? Now 4 or 1 raised to power 2 raised to power 1. Why it is so? Because it has also Node.js. So 4 or operation with it nothing but 2. So this is nothing but look like 6, right? And we are going to say nothing but 0, 1, 1, 0. Now we got this two thing, right? Now what we need to do, we need to just find we can say we just need to use these 3% set bits. This is nothing but 001, this is nothing but 010, and this is nothing but 100, right? This is let me move this to time, right? So now what I have to do, I have to just say find the peoples. So first people is nothing but have 0 0 1, second people have 0 1 0, third people have 1 1 0. So if you will focus here, guys, by just doing these two things, I can get triple one, not these two things, this one and this one, right? I will get triple one because 0 0 1 1 1 0 is nothing but 1 1 1. So I will getting a triple one. That means by combining this people and this people, I will get all the skills. That's what we all need, right? We just need to do now zero indexes, this zero indexes array and this second indexes array, right? So 0 comma 2 is nothing but an answer. Now how will we find this particular thing? That is nothing but simple thing, guys. We are just going to use a hash map and we'll find in a easy way that you will see in a code part. But I hope the logic you understood that what our main goal is. We will just use a bit manipulation. We'll find for each person what are the skills the person have in a bit of, we can say bitwise. So if the bit is look like 0 0 1, that means nothing but person has only the first skill, that is nothing but Java. If this look like that, it has only nodes. If 2 bit are we can say set bits and these are at the given index, so we will say this is React.js, this is Node.js. So it has React and Node skills, right? Simple thing, guys. By doing all these things, then we are going to use it. We can say simple DP or we can say hash map, and then we can easily find by which combining which peoples we can get all the skills, right? So that's all in the logic part. Now let's move to the implementation part. There we are going to see, right? I know, guys, I could not explain the whole things in this logic part just because it's going to be really complex if I just started teaching here only, right? So let's move to the implementation. There you can easily understand what I mean by all these things, right? So let me increase the size. So this is element 125. Let's move to the first of all Python. Fine, guys. Now what we are going to do initially, we are going to say nothing but first of all, as you know that we need to have a one skills map array, right? So I can say skill map, right? So initially it's going to be nothing but empty, but we are going to say this is going to be skill. For each skill, I'm going to just assign a number, right, with respect to that. So I'm going to say index, right? So for index, comma, skill, enumerate of this particular required skill. Now this will gonna make our skill map array, right? For Java, it's gonna assign, like for example, one. For Java, it's gonna assign 0. Node is gonna assign 1, right? So once this is done, what we are gonna do then? We are gonna iterate over each people, like we will set it over each people. So we can say for I range of we can say index, right? We need a people index. So let's give a name index for index in range of length of people, right? For each people now we have to find out that particular represented bit, right? So we have to just find that bit manipulation. So for that we are going to say initially it's going to be person bit is nothing but 0, right? Bit set we can use person bits, or right, anything we can use. It's initially 0, right? We are going to say for each, now go to each skills. So for skill in person people of that particular index, it will going to have now skill set, right? And here we are going to say person bits, it's going to be nothing but, or you have to use or operator. Let me use or operator. And here I can say people, not people, we can see skill, right? But now the issue coming here, skill is in a string, right? That's why we have used a skill map. So I will say skill map, and you have to do nothing but skill here, right? So this will gonna give an integer value, right? And now what we have to do, we have to use a one is for one, and we have to multiply with this value, right? Why we are using this particular thing? Just because we want to set only that particular bit which is we can say have a value in this particular skill map, right? Once this is done, we got a person bit. Now once this for loop will over, we will get like this value here, 110001 for that respective person. Now once we got that person, now what we are going to do, let's think about this. We are going to say our hash map, right? So here I'm going to define one hash map. So this is initially for 0, means for 0 skill we don't require any person, right? We can say for 0 we don't need any single person, right? But for if there's some skills, that means we are going to say find all the keys, right? I'm going to say find all the keys in our hash map. So if we can say oh keys, and here I'm going to say nothing but let's say dictionary dot keys, right? Fine, we got, let me don't use semicolon. So guys, we got all the keys now from dictionary. That means we got all the skills. Now we're going to say all the keys, right? For tasks, or we can say anything, right? For this particular tasks in keys, right? So this keys is nothing but we can say tasks, right? Why? Because this all the keys is going to represent how many set of required skills you need, right? If you are still not getting, then let me just show me here. So let me just show you here 001 and 00010 and 001 and 100. This could be anything, right? Like this is. So what I mean by here, that for you have to just find all the keys. Don't need to find all the person with respect to that. Just need to find all the keys. This 001 represent this task, represent that we just need only Java skill. This represent we just need only Node.js skill. This represent we need only Java and Node.js skill. This represent we need just only React.js skill. This represent we need all the skills, right? So we just taking initially all the skills which we have already defined, which means we have already occurred, right? We don't want to regain it again and again. So which we have already, initially it is empty, right? But as soon as this loop will go on, so we will put some skills in that particular thing, some skill set. So we are going to just click that particular thing. So you can give a task name or skill set name, right? So I'm just giving here tasks, right? For each task in this particular task, so we are going to say fine. So just we have to find now. So this particular set for 011, let's say this particular set 011, how many people do you have already now? Now we have to find for that one, right? So we're going to say fine. First of all, get a new task. New task is nothing but, new task is going to be nothing but this previous task, right? This task or person bit, and now this will look like this. Let's say previous task was having a 011, right? And now I got a person which is having nothing but a React skill only 100, right? So this will complete give me triple one. That's what I want, right? So I already have one task which is having a set of React, JavaScript, Java, and Node.js, right? But I need the old skill, right? So now I got a person, this person with which have only skill in our React. If I combine this both thing, then I will get triple one. I hope you are getting this, right? So I'm just go to new line. If I say if our this new task in our DP, if new task is present in DP, then fine. If it is not present, and if it is not present, that means this task is not present, and not and we can say or. If it is not present, or if it is present, then if it is present, then what we can say, DP of new task size, right? So we can use it, its length means how many people does this particular task have you currently using. Is it greater than length of DP of current task plus one, right? If it is the case, then you have to use this particular thing, right? We are going to say DP of new tasks is going to be nothing but DP of tasks. And I'll tell you, don't worry about this if you're still not getting, just give me a second. Tasks and plus this particular index. So guys, simple thing, I'm just here saying that if new task is not in our DP, right? If this triple one we don't already have, then also you need to insert this particular task. And then also you need to insert this particular in our dictionary, right? Or if it is already have, then what you have to check, if you have to check if it is, let's say triple one is already there, you can see here, and this is having a people 1 and 2 and 3, right? right? Or let's say 5 as well, 6 as well. This much people it does have, right? Now what we have to check? We have to check if this number of people means here are 4 people, right? If this 4 people is having a greater value than our current task, this 0 1 1 0 1 1, which was having only, let's say, 2 people, 1 and 3, right? Let me just put 3. And if this is having greater than 1 comma 3 and this current person which is nothing but index 1, just by we are adding this one, right? Because we have added one person 2 as well, like. So if it is still greater than this one, then we have, but we have to do, we have to replace this whole thing with 1 and 3 and the current person, let's say current person nothing but 9, so which this index is going, right? So we have to adjust this much, right? So that's why we are saying if tax is not present or tax present but that has a lot of numbers, so we don't want that much team, so we are going to say dp new tax should be equal to tax plus index. Fine, if it is the case, that's cool, right? Fine, after that what we are going to do, we are going to say at the end return dp. Now we need to return what? We need to return that particular key 1 1 1, right? So for which is nothing but it's going to be nothing but we can say 1, you have to multiply with 2 raised to power 2 raised to power what? 2 raised to power total length of skills, that's so we can say length of required skills. And, right, and after that you have to subtract by -1. Why is it so? Just let me tell you. 3 was there, right? Here 3 was skills, right? Node.js, React.js and Java. So I will say nothing but this should be equal to 1 raised to power 1 into 2 raised to power what? 2 raised to power, let me just use symbol, 2 raised to power 3, right? So it will be gonna look like this. So this is gonna look like nothing but 8, right? 1 0 0 0. This will look like 1 0 0 0. Now you have to subtract -1, so which in nothing but will look like 1 1 1. I hope it makes sense. So that's what we all want, right? After that we have to just run this code. Let's see whether it's working fine or not. Do we have any error or not? But believe me guys, it is an easy problem, right? We got an error because tax is not there. We will get a lot of error, but still the problem is going to be really easy, right? If you understood this problem, then my tax is over, right? I just want to teach you how this particular problem. And dp is not there, guys, so it's, let's make it a dp array only, right? Dictionary is not shooting a bell, so we can say this is going to be nothing but dp, right? I don't know why I use a dictionary, but yeah, I used to do it, right? All right, so tax again, it's giving an error. What is this? For tax dictionary change size due to iterations. All right, so let me just say fine, it's not even necessary for I in range of, I can say tax, right? And here I can use tax of what we can say tax of I rate. Let's see whether it's working fine or not. Here as well tax of I, and here as well tax of I, right? And why is it so? Because we don't want to change the dp at the constant time, right? Now let's see what it's saying. Dictionary of object cannot be interpreted in integers. So all right, so we haven't used a listening conversion, right? Simple thing. I don't know why it's this much thing, but yeah, the logic is going to be still the same. So let's see. Okay. For a range of length of tasks, length I haven't used again. I don't know why I haven't used length. Let's see now. Or do we have any more else? You can see, guys, finally it got passed out the case. So just believe me, guys, it is an easy problem, right? Just what we are doing initially, we are taking a skill map, then we are iterating over each people, then we are just making their bit manipulations. Array like 1 1 0 1 0 0 1. After that, we are checking how many number of people are sufficient for this particular skill set. If it is so, then take a minimum number of people and return that particular, right? So let's try to submit this code and see whether it's working fine or not, or we are getting a TLE. Because I don't know this will give TLE or not, but yeah, it should not give, right? You can see, guys, it successfully got submitted. So we have successfully submitted with Python. Now let's move to the C++ quickly. And here again, first of all, we have to make another map, and that map is nothing but we can say string, right? String and integer, and we can say this is nothing but skills, right? Skill map. Fine, and this is gonna be nothing but, let's put skill sum into this. So we can say int I is equal to 0, I less than square skill, stored size I plus plus. Fine, and here we can say nothing but skill map of this particular I require skill of I, right? Square skills of I should be equal to I, right? Once we got this map, then we are gonna move to nothing but we can say unorder one more map, unorder ordrd unorder map, right? Let's write here integer, and here we are gonna write a vector of it, right? And once this is done, we are going to give a name nothing but dp, right? And initially dp of 0 is going to be nothing but new empty vector, right? Once this is done, then what we are going to do, we are going to find for index is equal to 0. This is people index, and index should be less than index should be less than what? For index, it should be less than people dot size, people dot size, and I index plus plus. But for each index, now what we need to find? We need to find person bit. Person bits is initially going to be 0. Then we have to iterate over each skills. For int I is equal to 0 and I less than people of index of size. This will tell us how many skills that person have, I plus plus. And here we are going to say person bits is going to be nothing but O is equal to, and we can use 1 raised to power 1 into 2 raised to power what we can say skill map of this particular people of index and this particular I, right? So once this is done, now what we are going to do, we are going to say we go to person bits. If we go to person bit, then we need to just find all the keys which in our on order dictionary map, right? DP map. So what we are going to do, we are going to say fine. Let's create a vector of tasks, and here we are going to say for const auto and persons, and here I'm going to iterate over each entry of this particular dictionary. So we can say DP, and here we can say tasks dot pushback. And what do you have to push? We have to push nothing but entry dot first, which is nothing but keyword. Once we got all the keys, we are going to iterate over this for int I 0, I less than task dot size, and I plus plus. For each task, we have to find a new task, right? So we can say int new task is going to be nothing but what we can say task. Int new task is going to be nothing but task of this particular I or person bit. Once we got this new task, then what we are going to do? We are going to say fine. If we go to new task, now check if this dictionary node DP, right? DP dot find this new task is not is equal to either DP dot end, right? If it is equal to that, that means this task is not present in our dictionary. Or one more thing, if it is present, then check it. If DP, we can use a bracket here, and we can say DP of this new task. If it is present, then only this will gonna run. So DP of tasks dot size should be, if it is greater than DP of we can say all tasks of I dot size, right? So let's just check me see DP of tasks, set DP of tasks of I dot size plus 1. If it is greater than that, then also we have to create this particular new task, right? So DP of new task now should be equal to DP of new task should be equal to DP of all tasks. First of all, let me just say here DP of tasks of this particular I, right? And after that DP dot tasks new tasks, which is nothing but a vector only, right? So we can use a pushback operator. So DP of new tasks dot pushback. Let me just use a pushback, and here we can pass I, right? Not I, we can pass index. Fine. After that, we are going to say at the end return DP of we can say yes, we can use a 1 into we can say that particular required skills dot size, and here we can use a -1, right? So once this is done, we are going to say let's figure out now how many errors we have done. Let's check the errors now. You can see there are no error, right? So it's all the risk is passed. So let's try to submit this code. Finally, we got no error with C++, but we got a few error in Python, right? But I hope guys you understood the logic as well, right? So you can see guys, this also got successfully submitted. So we have successfully submitted with Python and C++. If you have any kind of doubt in the implementation part, logic part, problem understanding part, you can write in the comment section. I'm always there to help you. And if you learn something new in this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe my channel. Meet you in the next video.